Hello. So, we're back for DanPlays. This is another PlayStation 2 game, mainly just because I still had the PS2 out since recording Skeleton Warriors a few weeks ago, or probably over a month ago now. But anyway, I figured I'd do at least one more game on this system before I put it away again. So I picked out KATAMARI DAMACY. Here's my box. This is my copy from the year it came out, 2004. In fact, in the box, I still have my receipt from when I bought this game. Looking at the receipt, I purchased this at the Best Buy in the Hudson Valley Mall in Kingston, New York. I don't know if that's open anymore or not. There's not a whole lot in that mall anymore, unfortunately. Best Buy was one of the last kind of holdouts among the big stores that were in it, but I'm not sure if that finally closed or not offhand. Anyway, I purchased this 10/26/2004. So I was in college. Let's see, I would have been a junior. Well, let me think. October. So that would have been going into my senior year of college. Yeah, 10/26/04. If you are observant or nerdy enough, you may recognize that date as the release date for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So that actually is involved with how I picked up this game. I had gone over to the mall because I had a pre-order on San Andreas at Electronics Boutique, or maybe it was ZB Games by that point. But when I got there, they didn't have the shipment in yet, or they had it but they hadn't opened it yet, something like that. So they couldn't give me the game right away anyway, so I had some time to kill. So I kind of wandered around the mall, and there were still stores in it at that time, fortunately. So I remember going to Walden Books, and I bought a copy of Beowulf, the Burton Rafel translation, which I still have. I actually have two copies of Beowulf now. I have that and the Seamus Heaney translation, which is a little newer. Yeah, the Burton Rafel one I bought same day I bought GTA San Andreas, and then I had wandered over to Best Buy, and I saw they had KATAMARI DAMACY on the shelf, and it was pretty cheap. Let me look at the receipt again. Yeah, $19.99, so it was actually released pretty much as a budget title. I had remembered, I think, reading about the game in like a preview in some magazine. I had a subscription to, what was it called? PSN, I think. It was like the unofficial PlayStation magazine. So I think it was probably in that I had read about KATAMARI DAMACY. So somewhat sight unseen. I had a little bit of familiarity with what the game was, but I'd never seen video of it or actually played it or anything. But it was cheap, so I bought that, and then eventually I went back to Electronics Boutique and finally was able to get the copy of San Andreas. But yeah, I always really loved this game. Played it a lot, off and on, over the years, but I haven't played it in a while. It's just one of those games that's just kind of like pure gaming joy. You'll see what I mean, I think, when we get into it, if you're not familiar already. It does also have a sequel on PS2, We Love Katamari. There was a sequel also on the PSP. I think there was another sequel somewhere. And then there's various reissues, like there's a reissue of this on Switch. I don't think they're in a package. I think there's a separate reissue of We Love Katamari. We Love Katamari, the first sequel. Or maybe the second one. Maybe the one on PSP came before. I'm not sure offhand. But yeah, just great fun to play. Great design. Let me actually start up the software here. Yeah, great design. Basically, the only controls are the two sticks on the DualShock controller. Which, by the way, since doing Skeleton Warriors, I plugged in a different controller, so hopefully the start button on this one works. On another memory card, I do have save data for this, my old game save, but I threw in a relatively clean memory card, so we'll be starting from the beginning here, and I'm not going to do like a full playthrough, obviously, right now. Maybe play an hour and a half, something like that. I don't know if it'll be a ton of multi-part thing, or, just play a little bit of it for a one-part kind of intro to the game. I do notice the memory card I plugged in is a Mad Catz memory card, so I guess we'll see how that works out. Anyway, yeah, start the game anyway. We'll let the intro movie play here too. Very, for lack of a better term, very Japanese in style is this game, to the point that I'm, in a way, kind of surprised that it actually came out in the US at all. I'm glad it did, and a lot of people are. It became kind of a cult hit. But yeah, I mean, it is, like, kind of particularly Japanese enough. It's always kind of surprising when something like that does get a US release. This music will be in your head probably for some time, by the way. Very, very, it's a great soundtrack, but catchy to a fault, I would say. I'll probably have this in my head the rest of the week at least. So press start button. Yes, the start button works. King of all cosmos, he speaks with the royal we, by the way. So yeah, since it's a fresh memory card, I think we're actually getting, like, we're going straight to the tutorial here. So yeah, this just kind of teaches you the controls. So again, it's the only controls in the game are the two sticks, and you can use those to do, you know, every motion. It's kind of almost like tank controls, I guess, in a way, but like to turn, you move one stick up, one stick down, and you push both forward to actually move forward. It's very intuitive. You can also do like a dash attack. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't think it lets us do that yet. Feel a swoon coming on. Okay, so yeah, this is where it teaches it. Charge attack, or charge move. Yeah, the jump is just to kind of look at the surroundings. You can also do like a POV look. Yeah, if you alternate the sticks, you get like a dash move. And if you push both sticks, you flip from one side to the other with your blow. So yeah, basically the goal is simply to roll everything up, and you start out rolling up like, you know, small paper clips and stuff like that, and eventually, like, by the end you're rolling up like stadiums and buildings, and I think you're rolling up like, you know, deities. So yeah, as the levels progress, it gets, you know, more and more crazy. So again, we'll do a few levels, see how we feel after that. And again, I don't know if I'll make this a multi-part thing. Even if I don't do it like a dedicated series all in a row, I might come back to it at some point. And the idea is you're rolling this stuff up to turn your ball into the biggest star possible to rebuild the cosmos after the king of all cosmos, your father, got drunk and smashed the sky and knocked all the stars out of it. There we go. So yeah, again, the first level you start out small. You're like on a tabletop here. As your ball gets bigger as the level goes on, it eventually kind of like levels up so you can pick up bigger objects that you're not able to right away. And of course, as the game progresses, it gets more and more challenging. You have tighter time limits, bigger levels, tighter time limits, etc. Then they're starting out easy, so no time limit yet. Down there, but that's fine. Yeah, like, so we're not quite big enough to pick up those pieces of candy, the wrapped pieces of candy yet. Get the screws, the mahjong tiles, the dice. A couple dice in there already. Probably can't get the cookies yet. And some of the bigger objects that you're not able to pick up yet will actually knock pieces out of your ball and make it slightly smaller, so you kind of lose time that way. But yeah, again, very intuitive controls. Just trying to pick up that button. You can even pick up these ants. They don't add much size to your ball, but they're there. That kind of blur effect is when you're kind of level up, so we might be able to get the, yeah, we can get the wrapped candies now. They add, of course, more size than some of the smaller things we were getting. You get these high drop bottles. This house is a mess, by the way. Someone wants to pick up that one. That's always satisfying when there's like a whole stack of stuff that you pick up all at once. Of course, sometimes you don't want to do that because it can make your ball like oddly shaped and harder to roll, harder to control. So yeah, I feel like actually sometimes positioning objects as you roll it up can actually matter. So I think we got all we need for, again, this is still kind of like a tutorial level here. We got the 10 centimeters. And then it like pukes a rainbow up that transports you. I guess this is, you know, all the stuff I just said. It's pretty much telling us again in-game here. I kind of forgot about this. Honestly, this tutorial I probably only saw once because I think I always use the same save data. We're good on the tutorial. is full of things. Last time I did a top 10 games of all time list. This one didn't make the list. I really do like this one, though. I don't know, I'll have to revisit my list. At the very least, this might well be good for an honorable mention, because I did have a bunch of honorable mention games that didn't make my top 10 of all time, but, you know, they're still worth mentioning. And this one I didn't put on that, but honestly, I might, because I have played this a lot over the years, and it's a good pick-up-and-play game, you know, just one you can pick up and play a little bit of and have fun with it, and, you know, set it down, come back to it. Alright, so I think, yeah, this is the stage select, so that was the level we just did. You can replay levels, too, and try to get better scores. So that's a nice feature. There are hidden presents that I kind of forget what you get when you find them. You can also find, like, extra characters for multiplayer mode, which this has. I think it's a split-screen multiplayer mode. I haven't played it in a long time, but I'll have to find somebody to play that with, because it is fun, multiplayer. And I think, if I remember right, I think the sequel had even more modes for multiplayer. Alright, so I think this is our first timed level. So we have 6 minutes to get a 5-centimeter ball. Hit a mouse. Now, eventually, when you get big enough, you can actually pick up that mouse. Like, you know, people and animals and such can all find themselves in your sticky ball, your Katamari. I don't know how I never played the PSP one in this series. I don't know how that would have worked though, because this game kind of lives by the two sticks on the PS2 controller. And, you know, they're slightly different position, but the Switch has that, and that would work for the reissues. But the PSP only had the one stick, so I don't know how that would work. You know, if it was actually good or not. I do have a PSP, but I don't have that. I don't know if it's expensive or not. Yeah. Let's get these cookies and get some size to our ball. Yes, I said what I said. Get your lines out of the gutter. Get that compass yet? Yes, we can. Not the tape dispenser. Ooh, I forgot the mouse traps actually go off. Had a lot of trouble with mouse traps in my office at work lately. The office is at work, actually. Not this mine. Like snowflake decoration you can grab. Can't get snails yet. Yeah, I have like a snail infestation in this house. It's a mess, man. We're really doing them a favor. You know? I think that almost uses something. Is that a Famicom? Yeah, that's. I mean, it's what it's supposed to be. Although it looks like it has a card, it's like a combination Famicom and PC engine, I think. But they actually grabbed the game card right out of it. I don't remember that. Still can't get the mouse. Mouse actually knocked some stuff out of our ball. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's almost like, you know, in a way, kind of like, you know, Kaboom on Atari or something like that, where you kind of get into like kind of a zen state where you're not really even like consciously thinking about what you're doing. It's just kind of automatic. Thanks for that, King. So we can probably get these leggings now. Oop. Still not letting us get the snails. I guess we got the small snail. Legos should add a lot of size to our ball again. So what is it? Shrimp yet. And like it actually does in the later levels when you have much bigger boards and much less time to work with. You do kind of have to pick and choose and prioritize getting the best objects to increase your size. Let's go back up on the table here. Utensils and stuff like that. Probably get these playing cards now. Yes. Ooh yeah, look at that. All kinds of stuff here. Cassettes. Magnets stuck to their boombox. That can't be good for it. Get the controllers out of the Famicom / PC Engine, TurboGrafx, whatever you want to call it. I guess not yet. Probably get the snails and the frogs. They got tree frogs. They got snails. What kind of place are they running here? You get the shrimp. Alright, so let's stuff this hill. There we go. Whoa. Quite launch. Quite like that. Get up there again. Alright, let's go out here. I think we got a bird stuck in our ball. That's okay. So I think we hit the goal here. But you get like bonus points if you increase the size past what it asks for. So it lets you keep playing after you hit the objective until the time runs out. We got a Santa there, that's appropriate. Christmas coming up. So that's a 30-second warning. Another bird. Lost a paintbrush, I think. There we go, got it. So, yeah, we needed 20 centimeters, we got 26. That's decent, I guess. It was boring to watch this the whole time. Everybody pukes the rainbow again. It's okay, we can do that. So yeah, again, it's, you get replay value from this because you can go back to the levels and try to increase your score. It's the Bratty Star.
Come along, it's time to go.
And then we get these cutscenes that barely make sense. They're fun.
This just in. The stars have suddenly vanished from the sky.
The design of the humans in this always kind of reminded me of like the Money for Nothing video, which the people that made that ended up making the show Reap also. So we actually have a couple of levels unlocked now, so you can play them in any order. We'll do Make a Star first. Yeah, there's a hidden present somewhere in this next level. That's, again, another reason to replay them if you don't find them the first time. See, I think this is the first level where you can actually get big enough to kind of start moving around town instead of just this one house. So you start out a little bit bigger, too. I picked up is, that really made my, KATAMARI weird shape, so it's a little harder to control now. There's a very square cat. Is that you? She's a little too round. Adrian's even more round. Danny's sleeping next to me, by the way. There's some weird stuff laying around this house. Shuriken? Yeah, when an object or an animal or something gets knocked like that, you can then pick them up. It's like they're a little bit too big to be picked up straight away, but when they get knocked away and like flipped upside down temporarily, then you can pick them up after that. Cat. Got a rat. Get that fish yet. Crab. Let me get the crabs. Alright, so this area has stuff that's too big still. Bottles yet either. Got a dung beetle. Let's get that fish. think that got our size to the goal. Well, we have, I think, a decent amount of time left, so yeah, 3 minutes. That jumping fish. Last minute here. I think we got the symbol monkey. Bunch of symbol monkeys here. Just lost my earphones for a second there. There we go. There's always got to be some technical issue, right? The messy star.
Mom, they said on TV that all the stars disappeared.
Oh, honey, things like that just don't happen. There's our cab now.
So do one more level.
That's what they said, right?
See how we feel. And see what the time is. I'm at 34 minutes now. Do up to an hour, maybe. So I think we have a couple more levels unlocked. Let's do another Make a Star, and then we'll do the Make the Constellation level. So we're small again, it looks like. Move 10 minutes. I think this is actually the same level as that first, like, training level, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder if this soundtrack is on Spotify, or, you know, anything like that. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Got attacked by a mouse. Yeah, we're small again. Obviously. Picking up those plant things. That'll size up parsley, apparently. So these Legos still can't pick up the mouse itself. Batteries out of that radio. Hung up on me here. There's a bunch of mice in this thing. I think we should probably head up to the tabletop again at this point. Yeah, these 9 volts. That's like one of those batteries, you never have one when you need it, right? Actually need to pick up some double A's now that I think about it. I have a whole bunch of triple A's for some reason. But, I have too many extra double A's at the moment. There. Backwards too much because you know, a lot slower backwards than forwards. I should have just done the flip around move. Got some spiders, millions of spiders. Walkie talkies. Why they have have so many of them in this yard. Stuff to grab up here. Banana for scale. Bananas are one of the few fruits I can't deal with. And I think it's psychological, and I actually think I know the exact psychological reason. So here's the story. I was in maybe 3rd, 4th grade. My best friend at the time was Sean. Sean had a gimmick going at lunch where every day he would take whatever he brought for lunch in its brown lunch bag, and he would sit on it. And then he would open it up and show everybody at the table. The usual joke was, "Hey, I got peanut butter and smelly." Well, one day, he had a banana in his lunch bag. So he sits on the banana and, squashes it, and then shows it to everybody at the table. And for whatever reason, my, hair trigger response to seeing this squashed banana was to projectile vomit across the table. I got to go home early that day. But I haven't been able to, even smell a banana since then. Just the smell, still to this day, makes me nauseous. And this was, 3rd grade, so over 30 years ago. And again, I'm sure it's purely psychological, but, yeah, that's my story anyway. I can occasionally deal with, that fake banana flavor you get in, certain candies, and that's about the extent of it. But, the smell of actual bananas, I just can't deal with. So yeah, that's a story for you. RC car yet? No. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in an area where there aren't enough pieces of the size that I need at the moment. There we go. Here we go. Here's some big stuff we can pick up. I think I got the cat. Sorry, Tip. You roll up on a ball pretty well on your own already. Look at you. She's asleep next to me. She's walking right over her face. Got their, quote-unquote cucumber plants. I don't know if that's really what they're growing or not. Could be another kind of plant, just saying. Tough, but with a soft feel. So I think did we get goal here? Yeah, I guess we got the goal already, but we have 3 minutes left again. So just keep going. An area where we keep getting hung up on the scenery now because of how big we are. I think we got the kid. There's a kid stuck in it. That RC car's hit me a couple times in a couple of different levels, so yeah, we finally got it. We got the RC car rolled up. That's our revenge. Teddy bear, we got like pieces of a fence. We got a tabby cat. There you go, Tab. Look at this thing. I got everything here from a Diddle Eye Joe to damned if I know. On the start, I think, to... There's like a railing at the top. I don't think I can get up there anyway. Yeah, I think I'm kind of like at the... getting close to the maximum size for this level in general. There we go. Toy Star.
Here is a news update. The night sky is showing signs of recovery. The cause is being investigated.
Hurry up now.
Mom, now they're saying the stars are coming back.
That's nice, dear. We'll miss the plane unless we hurry.
But that's what they said.
So, 46, 47 minutes on that. Yeah, let's do at least one more level. Let's try this one. That's been on our board for a while there, so... I kind of forget the difference between, if there is a difference between the Make a Star levels and the Make a Constellation levels. It might just be that it wants you to pick up as much as possible of one particular type of item, like it wants us to get crabs here. Yeah, 5 minutes on this one. So, as quickly as we can get up to a size where we can pick the bigger crabs here. Beetles. 2 crabs holding water pistols, that's funny. Yeah, I guess that's it with the constellation levels. Like, they want to get items of a certain type. Bunch of crabs there. it together, but I'm just realizing, you know, I have the receipt from when I bought this October of 2004, so that's over 20 years ago now, isn't it? I'm gonna have to go stare across a lake for a while after this. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in this area here. Running low on time, the maximum size on this level, I don't think. Size goal. Lost a ramp there too. Stuck in the corner. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I guess it's mainly looking for the number of objects of that certain type for those levels. But again, you can go back to try to improve your score too. So I have 53 minutes. Let's do one more level at least. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. Sorry. That might have been it for that movie anyway. So make Cygnus. Make a star. Yeah, we'll do a star. I don't think we found any of the presents yet. I'm sure there's a guide for, you know, where they are in each of these levels. Minutes. Yeah, should be good for, you know, one more level. Nope, I don't think I meant to go down there yet. Oh well, grab some toothbrushes. Magnets, how do they work? Sushi in this just rolling around doesn't seem sanitary, does it? those yet. Go up there. Because we might use some time at our current size just trying to get up the steps. Eventually we're gonna get those crabs. There it is. These signs will add to our size pretty well. I'm still following those crabs. I think we got one of them. Yeah, that's the exit he was talking about. I'll grab this stuff before we go through it. Alright, so we'll drop it down here. Just get the signs and stuff blocking it first. Whoa! Yeah, we're actually in the town now. Nope. let's use yet. Maybe we can now. Guess not. Grab the carrots though. Oh, missed one of the bowling pins there. Lettuce now, right? There we go. Or cabbage, I guess. Close enough. It's like the same thing, only different, right? Got that kid in it. So I think we hit the goal. Just have a few minutes. Like the guy with the like extreme Elvis hairdo there. That's like if I was drawing like one of the crappy comics I used to draw in like study hall in high school that had like an Elvis character. That's like how I would draw the hair. In fact, I did. I probably still have. I think I have a stack of those. They were called Joe and Bob, these comics I drew in high school. Like, no matter how innocuous the situation started, the joke was that every Joe and Bob comic ended with the world exploding. But anyway, I had one where they were wrestling. And I drew this, during the heyday of the Monday Night Wars era and stuff. And the, like, heel wrestler that Joe and or Bob was gonna go against was Rick Hare. And he was drawn as like an extreme parody of Ric Flair with like this giant bouffant haircut. I think we got the kid with the Elvis hair. Almost time. Yep, we got some time. I always like how the graphic here actually does reflect what your ball really looked like at the end of the level. Alright, so I have an hour 7. That's probably a decent length for an episode. Frankly, it's supper time anyway. So after this,
Oh, there's Top Shell Island
call it for
already.
now. But yeah, maybe I'll come back to this sometime. I'm not going to do it as like a consecutive series. I'm planning
I know
to do
I saw that huge guy.
Christmas week next week. I'm going to do Home Alone on NES, so that'll be the next episode. The not especially classic Home Alone game. We'll do that next time. But yeah, we'll call it for now. Does this autosave? Or I have to go somewhere to save it? That's for the multiplayer mode. Data. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we'll save it. And again, I see it as a Mad Catz memory card. It has some stuff saved on it already, so it seems to work, but yeah, we'll call it there for now. So maybe we'll come back to this sometime. It is just, like I said earlier, it is just one of those kind of pure fun games. Like, you can't really explain it. There's not a whole lot to analyze about it. And again, it's very simple controls. Just the 2 sticks, really. And, you know, that does everything you need. So yeah, it's not a game you can necessarily analyze or anything, but it's just great fun. One of those sort of gaming joy experiences. So yeah, if you haven't played Katamari Damacy, there is a I wouldn't call it a remake. I think it's more like this reissue or a port on Switch. And I think there's another one for the sequel. They should have just put them together, but anyway. Yeah, check this game out however you can get it. I don't think it's that expensive on PS2 if you have a PS2 either. But yeah, just fun. If you had to sum it up in one word, it's a fun game. So that's all I have. We'll be clocking in just under an hour 10. That's a good length. So we'll see you again next time. Hit like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more Katamari Damacy sometime. But again, next time, Home Alone on NES. A game I've never beaten. It has a 20-minute time limit, and I've never once been able to do it. So we'll see if I can do it. I'm thinking we'll maybe give it 3 tries. You know, that's an hour of game time if, you know, you play the full length. So, yeah, we'll do Home Alone next anyway. That'll be the Christmas episode. Yeah, maybe we'll come back to this someday. Anyway, we'll see you again. Hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, etc., etc. Have a good night.